Well, trader, our first deal has closed in plus and we're moving on to the next currency pair. Hi trader, my name is Sabrina and I know how you like to trade on a stock market, but if you don't have a big screen and you have only a phone, or what if you have another device but without a very big screen. And today I'm going to show you a very profitable strategy. There you can use any device you want. It can be computer, laptop, telephone, or anything else you want. And this is, of course, absolutely for free. You can use this strategy absolutely every day. And by the way, I want to remind you about my Telegram channel. There you can find also a signals, which can profitably your trades. So click on the link in the description and start your new successful life. So we are already on the broker's website and I have already selected currency pairs for today's trading. The starting balance for today is $179.70 and the time frame for the first trade will be 5 minutes and we will open a trade for $40. And let's move on to the first currency pair. This currency pair is absolutely suitable for me. I immediately open a deal on the price decrease. According to the Bollinger Indicator, we see that its middle line is directed downwards and its line marking the boundaries diverge the different directions, and this tells us about the continuation of the established trend, and accordingly the chart will move downwards. We can also see from the RSI indicator that it's now directed downwards, so the chart will move downwards. And now let me tell you in more details about the Bollinger Indicator. That is how to use it correctly. The main idea of this indicator is to combine trend indicators, volatility indicator, and oscillator. Bands on the chart indicate the range of price fluctuations, taking into account the trend and volatility characteristic for the current market basis. The graphical indicator consists of 3 lines, moving average in the middle, characterizing the main direction of 2 lines, limiting the chart from both sides and characterizing its volatility. The upper and lower lines are the same moving averages, but shifted by several standard deviations. Since the value of the standard deviation depends on the volatility and they adjust their own weight. It increases when the market isn't stable. For example, during the publication of news or something like this. And it decreases in a more stable time. Thus, the indicator realizes the functions on an oscillator in more convenient form, when you can immediately assess the overbought or oversold conditions of the chart, taking into account the amplitude of fluctuations. John Bollinger also explained in his book that the indicator isn't intended for continuous analysis of price movement. It's impossible to look at the indicator at any moment of time and make conclusion about further market movement. But at certain moments of the time, the indicator gives signals that by themselves or in conjunction with other signals and methods of analysis allows you to use good opportunities of trading with a high profit potential. Bollinger Bands are characterized by the following features. First, if the borders of the channel diverge, it indicates of continuation of the current trend. If its outer Bollinger Bands are narrowing, it may indicate the fading of the trend and its possible reversal. And second, the movement that started under one of the borders is likely to continue to other one. That is for example, we have observed that the candle goes up from a given border and it's likely to reach the next border. And third, the position of the price chart relative to the middle line indicate the direction of the trend. If the chart is above it, the trend is upward, and vice versa. At the same time, the line itself should be directed to the corresponding direction. By the way, I want to remind you to subscribe to my Telegram channel with the signals. Well, trader, our first deal has closed in plus and we're moving on to the next currency pair. Oh, it's a wonderful currency pair, but before trading, I will reduce the time frame to 4 minutes and increase the amount of the trade. In this case, it's better to open a deal on the price decrease. I did it because we can see that the lines marking the borders of the Bollinger converge, which tells us about the change of trend. We also see that the middle line is also about to head down. All this in place tells us that the chart will move downwards in the future. We can also see from the RSI indicator that it directed downwards. Accordingly to the chart itself, it will move downwards. But now I'll tell you more about this indicator. The RSI indicator is one of the main oscillator of technical analysis, and its tool helps to track the dynamics of price changes relative to its previous values. The RSI indicator makes it possible to identify overbought and oversold points of the market, when the price should turn around and give rise to a new trend. As I mentioned earlier, the indicator is an oscillator, and this type of instrument has developed specifically for side wave movements, where it shows how much the price has deviated from its average values and how fast is it moving, predicting to traders a high probability of reversal of the opposite direction. The tool is available in most trading platforms. There is no need to download anything, just click a few buttons and the indicator will appear under the chart. To summarize, when the indicator breaks through the oversold area, it will move downwards for some time, but then the price pullback is sure to occur in the indicator together with its direction. If up, it's a buy, if down, it's a sell. And now let's go back to our trade, which has a little more than 1 minute left. And by the way, one of the traders wrote to me right now and just surprised me with his result. And if you want to see his result, I have already published it in my Telegram channel. The link is in the description. Well, traders, the second trade for the day is closed in plus and profit was $45, and we're moving on to our last currency pair for today. Very good currency pair, but before trading on it, I want to reduce my time frame to 1 minute, but also increase the value of the deal. And of course, in this case, we'll open a deal on the price increase. As we can see that the Bollinger indicator shows that the average line is directed upwards, and we can also see that the lines marking the boundaries are not narrowing, and this tells us about the preservation of the existing trend. Also, by the RSI indicator, we see that the directed upwards, so the chart will move upwards. And let's observe the course of our deal. And the last deal for today is closed in plus. Profit was $92. But before saying goodbye to you, I want to tell you that you can become a my member of my traders group. If you're interested, just write me a code word plus VIP in private messages, and I'll add you to secret society with the most profitable signals ever. If you're interested, all links in the description. Thank you all for watching. Bye.